So, if you're a developer trying to figure out whether to use Claude Code or Codex, you're going to find a lot of hot takes online. Benchmarks saying one is better, Reddit threads saying the other is trash, people switching back and forth every month. It's a mess. I've been using both, and I want to walk through what actually matters, what the real differences are, and help you figure out what makes sense for your situation. Let me start with a quick explanation of what each tool actually is, because even the naming is confusing for a lot of people. Claude Code is Anthropic's terminal-based coding agent. It runs locally on your machine, reads your codebase, writes files, runs bash commands, manages Git, and talks to the model on Anthropic servers to figure out what to do next. Your actual code never leaves your machine. That's a privacy point that matters to a lot of developers working on anything sensitive or under an NDA. Claude Code runs on Opus 4.6 and Sonnet 4.6 right now, and both of those are strong models. Codex is OpenAI's approach to the same problem, but the architecture is fundamentally different. When you give Codex a task, it clones your GitHub repo into a cloud sandbox on OpenAI's side, and the work happens there. It's powered by GPT 5.3 Codex right now, which is a version of GPT 5 that was purpose-built and fine-tuned specifically for coding tasks. The model is designed to handle long, autonomous runs. In internal tests, GPT 5.3 Codex has reportedly worked independently for over 7 hours on large complex tasks without losing track of what it was doing. That's not a small claim. It's also available through a desktop app for macOS, a CLI, and IDE extensions for VS Code, Cursor, and Windsurf. Now let's talk about pricing, because honestly, this is where the conversation really starts. Claude Code pricing runs roughly $100 a month for their max tier. If you want consistent access to Opus, the base plan at $20 burns through pretty fast if you're doing anything serious. Developers on Reddit are pretty consistent about this. The $20 Claude plan runs out after maybe a dozen complex prompts in a day. That's frustrating when you're mid-project. Codex through ChatGPT Plus is also $20 a month, and the consensus from the developer community is that you can code all day on that plan without hitting a wall the way you do with Claude's lower tiers. And you get all of ChatGPT's other features on top of that, not just the coding agent. So at the same price point, Codex just gives you more runway right now. That's a real fact, and it affects day-to-day usability in a big way. A lot of people end up running a $100 or even a $200 Claude Code plan and still hitting weekly limits. That's a frustrating experience when you're paying that much money. But here's the flip side of that. Code quality. When you run blind tests, meaning you show developers outputs from both tools without telling them which one produced what, Claude Code wins about 67% of the time in general software engineering tasks. That's a meaningful margin. On SEDUE Bench, which is one of the main benchmarks used to evaluate AI coding performance on real-world GitHub issues, Claude Opus 4.6 scores around 80.8% compared to Codex's 56.8%. Now, benchmarks aren't everything, but a 24-point gap is not noise. Claude Code is producing more thorough, more accurate code on complex tasks. The trade-off is tokens. Claude Code uses about 3 to 4 times more tokens than Codex on the same tasks. In one real community test, Claude Code used around 230,000 tokens on a task that Codex completed in roughly 70,000. That's not just a cost difference. It also means Claude Code is spending more time reasoning, explaining its steps, writing comments, asking for clarification. Some developers love that. You can follow along with what it's doing, learn from it, catch mistakes early. Others just want the output and don't need the commentary. For terminal-based and DevOps-type tasks, the leaderboard flips. Codex is consistently better at bash scripting, server configuration, deployment workflows, and anything heavy on Unix operations. There's a benchmark called Terminal Bench, and GPT 5.3 Codex scores 77.3% there, while Claude trails behind. So if a big chunk of your work is infrastructure related, Codex has a real advantage. Now let's get into features, because this is where the gap is more obvious. Claude Code is significantly more feature-rich right now. It has plan mode, which lets you see and edit what the agent intends to do before it runs. It has hooks that fire on specific events like session start or sub-agent stop. It has rewind, which lets you roll back to a previous state mid-session. It has HTTP hooks, which can post JSON to a URL and receive data back instead of just running shell commands. It has /simplify and /batch/commands, A full plugin ecosystem, Claude and Chrome for browser automation, CoWork for file and task management from a desktop interface, and a sub-agent architecture that's actually sophisticated. You can spawn multiple agents where one does codebase research, passes context to another that writes the code, and a third runs the test suite. That kind of coordination is hard to replicate. Codex is still catching up on a lot of that. It added MCP support more recently, but people who use MCPs heavily say the experience in Claude Code is smoother and less frustrating to set up. The Codex CLI was recently rewritten from TypeScript to Rust in early 2026, making it faster and easier to install with no extra dependencies. That was a genuinely good improvement. But the feature set overall is still narrower than what Claude Code has. On the Claude.md versus Agents.md thing, it matters if you're working across multiple tools. Codex uses Agents, MD, which is becoming a kind of open standard that tools like Cursor, Aider, and others already support. Claude Code uses its own Claude.md format. If your team switches between tools, or you want one config file to work everywhere, Codex's approach is less friction there. Claude's format is proprietary and only works inside Claude Code. Context window is an important one too. Claude Code has a 200k token context window with a 1 million token version that's in beta right now for Opus 4.6. Codex sits at around 400k tokens. For most everyday tasks, that's fine. But for very large code bases, or for long sessions where a lot of files have been touched, Claude's context advantage starts to show. The agent teams feature that Anthropic added in early 2026 also helps here because each sub-agent gets its own dedicated context window, so you're not exhausting one shared context across a complex multi-step task. One interesting real-world use case developers have started doing is using both tools together in the same workflow. Some developers use Claude Code to build features and write the initial code, then pipe the diff to Codex and ask it to review before the commit. Others flip it, depending on the task type. Architecture decisions and complex refactors go to Claude Code. Well-scoped autonomous tasks, like building a new module or writing tests across a big file, go to Codex. Some people run Codex inside Tmux alongside Claude Code sessions at the same time. That hybrid approach is genuinely becoming common, and it makes a lot of sense given how the tools complement each other. Claude Code also hit $1 billion in run rate revenue by November 2025, just 6 months after going public. That kind of traction means Anthropic is investing heavily in it and shipping fast. The changelog is genuinely active, new features land weekly, and the community around it is large. The r Claude Code subreddit has over 4,000 weekly contributors, which is triple the activity you see around Codex communities. More community means more third-party integrations, more shared Claude.md templates, more MCP setups being documented and passed around. That ecosystem matters practically. One thing people don't talk about enough is how the two tools handle memory and context management differently. Codex uses a diff-based approach where stale context is removed by keeping only the changes rather than compacting old context into summaries. That can preserve structural understanding of a codebase better over long sessions. Claude Code does automatic compaction with session rewind capabilities, which is its own approach. Neither is obviously better for all situations, but it's worth knowing the difference. So where does that leave you? If cost is the main constraint, start with Codex at $20. You'll get more usage time per dollar, and the code quality is genuinely solid, especially if your work skews toward autonomous tasks and back-end or terminal work. If you need deep reasoning on large codebases, care about privacy, or rely heavily on MCPs and integrations, Claude Code is worth the higher price. If you can afford both, the hybrid workflow where you pick the right tool per task type is honestly the most productive setup you can have right now. Both of these tools are changing quickly. What's true today might look different by the middle of this year, but the broad strokes, Claude for quality and ecosystem, Codex for efficiency and cost, are probably going to hold for a while. Alright, so that's it from the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.